I call the member for Monash.
And what a marvellous member for Lingiari you've proved to be. You had big shoes to fill and you've done a great job, and it's obviously your experience and your ability that has led you to this place, and you're making a great contribution. Congratulations. Deputy Speaker, regions, and particularly my region, we supply your water, we supply your milk, we supply the exports and we supply the electricity. The regions deliver for Australia. You've heard from speakers all the speakers that we're not getting a fair share of the pie. That's been argued by governments since I came here in the Hawke-Keating years. Let me say this to you. We have under the earth in Latrobe Valley thousands of years of supply of brown coal. Yet we've closed Hazelwood without a replacement. We'll probably close another power station shortly without a replacement. We'll close another power station after that without a replacement. And if you think wind and solar are going to do it, every report that I read and everything that I've said says we can't do that, the technology's not there. What's happening overseas in their regions? What's happening overseas is this. China's more than happy, as it said in the Australian today in Chris Mitchell's article. More than happy to profit from countries willing to sacrifice themselves at the altar of the Church of Carbon, and even happier to recycle those profits in securing coal at prices lower than they would otherwise be if so much international demand hadn't been voluntarily removed from the market, like we're doing. In fact, every discussion I've had here today and listened to, especially from government members, has been the government kicking themselves in the foot, except for the member for Lingiari who said, look, we're not going to get these big companies. We've got problems in our region because of the very make-up of the seat of Lingiari. I think anybody who actually has a regional seat knows those difficulties of transport and opportunity and even needing to have a licence to have a job. All those issues, they are the issues that become extremely important. So I can't understand why a nation such as this, with the resources that we have, which are exposed there in Latrobe Valley, can't say like the Germans have done. The Germans have said, we can't rely on this renewable energy. It's not working the way we thought it would work. So we've built the very best efficient coal-fired power station we could, brand new. That's the Germans in Europe, building a new station. The Chinese are building the capacity of our whole power system every week. Every week. And we, Australia, are closing down ours, and we produce approximately 1% of the world's emissions. 1%. Some say 3, some say 1. This says 1. I don't know whether it's 1 or 3, but it's minute compared to the rest of the world. The rest of the world is getting on and do what they need to do on behalf of their people. And all I'm asking in the regions is, we've got the resources to fulfil the energy needs of this nation. Yet there's a whole lot of barriers, whether it be on nuclear power or new coal-fired power stations, because state governments decide what they will do with those resources, not the federal government. We can give a lead, we say we'll help you pay for it, but we have no control. So if companies have sold off their power stations and are not fixing the existing power stations to make them last, Australia is once again kicking itself in the foot. And I put to you, my experience tells me there will be blackouts. And that's when the Australian people with their backs to the wall will say, no, sorry, enough, we want power, and we demand it today. And those gas-fired power stations, we have 2 in Victoria, they'll be running full-time. And everybody will be saying hooray, except for the people who haven't produced the amount of gas that's in the ground that we could use. There's gas in the ground in Victoria that we are not allowed to mine because the state government says we have a moratorium on gas mining. I think that's a shame. I think the fact that we're not using the coal in the ground in Latrobe Valley is a shame, and it'll be detriment to this nation in the long run. We need to do something about it.